And so a beautiful adventure at Ngepi camp comes to an end. Do not miss this place. Do not drive past it. In fact, if you're anywhere in the vicinity, make sure you turn left or turn right and stop here. It is absolutely spectacular. 2 days. We needed the time to get the washing done. We needed the time to pack the car, and this is the spot to do it. Come here, enjoy it. They have got game drives. They have got boat cruises. In the summer months, apparently the fishing, the tiger fishing is fantastic. We wanted to do that, but water's too cold apparently. And so hit the road. We're going to cross into Botswana today, and we'll pick up that adventure in the next episode. If it's dusty, drive it, but we're going to hit the tar road today. So the plan for the day: head off to Dovindu, pick up a data card, and then work our way towards Elephant Sands, the 688 kilometers through the Caprivi, and then into Botswana, dropping down to Elephant Sands, a mere 688 kilometers, which we would split into two and probably sleep in Katima Malilo. But plans change. Dovindu had absolutely no data cards available, which meant that the closest data card would be crossing the border into Botswana and taking the longer 100 kilometers way round to Elephant Sands. We're going to be crossing the border through Botswana National Park, which is awesome. We're going to be traveling on dirt road for probably about 60 kilometers before we hit the border, and then head on the infamous Shikawi road and try and get all the way to Planet Baobab for the night stay. However, plans change once again. Keep watching. Stopping at the national park, you have two options. You can either through pass, which is free of charge, or you can pay an extra 10 pula and actually take a game drive on your way down. We were pressed for time, so we headed straight through to the border post, where Botswana met us with new challenges. At this point in time, Botswana, you still needed to wear masks. Namibia had eased off on the masks, so had to run back to the car, grab some buffs, and they were okay with that. The border control, the friendliest people, and what a welcome to Botswana. In no time, we're through the gates and onto the road.
It's a fluffy one.
As we'd crossed the border into Botswana, we'd made sure that no meat suppliers were with us, as it makes your life just much more difficult trying to carry meat products across border. We stopped into Shikawi quick shop for 2 nights before getting onto this infamous Shikawi road. Well, the infamous Shikawi road. It definitely lives up to its reputation. I think they should just grade this road completely. The tarmac is absolutely horrendous. For most part of the tracks, we were off the side of the road. The single track is just no good. The potholes are big enough to swallow most small cars. And it was a bit of a hell ride for about 200 odd kilometers. As the road started to get better so that we could actually pick up the speed and start gathering some momentum, we came across a German family in need of help. This lovely family flagged us down, stopped next to the road. Quick bit of troubleshooting to find out what the issue was, and it was clear that the alternator was not charging the battery. So we spent about 45 minutes running the vehicle through jumper cables, getting his battery charged up, and then followed him all the way through to Mound to make sure that the family would get there safe. This meant that we had spent a lot of time helping out these guys, and Planet Baobab was nowhere near in our sights. We were going to hit Mound just before sunset, and driving at night is just not one of those things I like doing in Botswana or anywhere in Africa for that matter. So we had to look for a spot. And a quick search around, well, Audi Camp or Camp Audi is what most people talk about. So pop into Camp Audi, spend the night, and then head off for Elephant Sands.
How are you? Good, and you?
Very good, thanks. don't recommend driving at night, but today is an exception. Audi camp, you won't see me again. The dinner was fantastic. The shebeen next door, well, seems like the party never stops. And well, at about 4:45, I just couldn't take it anymore. Got up and coaxed my lovely wife to join me in the car to head to Elephant Sands. I was not going to lie in bed and listen to that for 1 minute longer than I had to. So, sun is just peeking. Well, it's not peeking out yet. It's not as dangerous as it is when it's fully dark, but the animals are still all over the place and the people are half asleep on the road. So I don't recommend driving at this time, but like I said, I think I've heard enough Kwaito music for at least the next 10 months. Elephant Sands. After last night's debacle, as mentioned earlier, the lovely shebeen that kept us awake all night, this is where we were supposed to stay last night. This is 200 kilometers outside of Maun, heading towards Elephant Sands on the A3. This is Planet Baobab. Absolutely gorgeous spot. I would have loved to get here yesterday afternoon, spend some time around the pool. But it is what it is. We helped out the people, and I think that's more important. They got to their campsite safely, and I'm sure they're getting the vehicle repaired today. So this is where this trip, and I think I have to start in the beginning a little bit. Getting campsites, especially now, COVID has totally messed things up for many people, and especially people like myself doing shows like this. We couldn't travel anywhere. But similarly for the tourists, they couldn't travel either. So those bookings that were made 2 years ago have just been rolling forward, and now that we can travel, you've got this influx of tourists that are coming that were supposed to travel 2 years ago or a year ago and are now flooding to the park. So the likes of Moremi, Chobe, the Delta, trying to find a spot there is impossible. So our good friend Roland from My Life in Africa, and if you haven't watched this YouTuber, please check the link below, go and have a look at his channel. He is, as far as I'm concerned, the best South African YouTuber out there creating content, and we love him. I got in touch with Roland a couple of years ago, and we've been chatting online and really become good friends. We're actually going to be meeting him today for the first time. So Roland, besides creating content, and beautiful content at that, he also he's a tour guide. So he does tours for the overseas market, and lucky for us, Roland got hold of me about 2 months ago and said that he had an American party of 5 that had cancelled the trip due to some unforeseen circumstances, and contacted me and said, Sean, don't you want to take on the trip? So it is a bit of a touristy trip, but we try to move it to as much camping as possible. And Roland's joining us today, and he's going to be our guide through Botswana. He knows this place like the back of his hand. He's here all the time, and instead of us having to search for those great spots, we only have 22 days with Roland. We're going to be able to get to those great spots without having to explore and wasting days and wasting time. So the series is now going to take a twist. We're going to have 2 vehicles, 3 people, and Roland's going to be creating his own content as well as helping us as a second cameraman. So I can't wait to meet him in person. I'm really excited. He's just left Gaborone about an hour ago, so he's got a 600 kilometer, probably about an 8-hour journey to join up with us this afternoon. So we're gonna have a lovely breakfast here at Planet Baobab, sit back, relax. It's 9:30 in the morning, and then head off the further 200 kilometers to Elephant Sands, set up camp, and wait for Roland to arrive. Elephant Sands, gonna be great to see the elephants. It's well known, and then we're gonna head off to the bush. I don't know exactly what we're doing. We've kind of kept the itinerary as a surprise. I know that we are hitting the major game parks. Ant absolutely knows nothing, do you? So everything's a surprise. Everything's gonna be a surprise for her. So I think we're gonna go and have a good brekkie and then head off to Elephant Sands.
Okay, I'm arriving at Elephant Sands. Sunset is looking absolutely gorgeous. I'm about to meet Sean and Ant, and my driving for the day is done. And the beeping is the tire pressure monitor. There we go. Elephant Sands. Hello again. Finally. It was a long way to get here. Since I left Cape Town, I've done 2,510 kilometers, which is a lot of driving to start a tour. And I haven't even started the tour yet. That's just to get here.
I think Roland's going to be arriving pretty soon. In fact, I know he's arriving pretty soon because I can see him from the other side over there. So I can't wait to meet him. Like I said earlier, we've been friends for a couple of years during COVID online, and the donkey is here. Bring the donkey in here. See, I haven't even met the guy properly, and now he already wants to drive over me. Brother!
How's it going, dude? Long drive.
Finally we meet.
We do.
Face to face.
We do, eventually.
Rock and
it's
roll.
only taken a... How are you?
I'm good.
How's
You?
it? The camera girl gets some love as well.
I
eh?
know.
Someone needs
How
to
lucky
kiss her.
am I?
How's this?
How are you,
How's the
man?
drive, man?
It was good, eh?
Yeah?
It was long.
Yeah,
it was
I
good,
know.
but it was long. lots of potholes.
The roads in Bots are just gone mad.
They've fixed a lot of them, but I mean, I don't know about yours coming from Greater side. That must have been
I think they should just say, they've got these big signs that say beware of potholes. They should just say beware of a little bit of tar.
I suppose the tar is the killer.
We need to get this man a beer.
We do.
Right.
Pronto.
Do it.
Stat.